So the next part to this story is out. Super Dragon Ball Heroes, the next Ultra God mission manga has now came out. And yes, it goes past promotional anime episode 48. This chapter will start the fight between Vegeta and Demigra in his final form. So if you're ready to get started, make sure to hit that like. Likes go a long way on this channel. Make sure to subscribe if you're brand new. Turn on those post notifications. That way you won't miss any video I post on this channel. As you can tell by this cover photo, we have Vegeta here in his Berserker Blue controlled form. Just a brief recap that in the last chapter, we seen that the Lady Supreme God Time teleported Vegeta onto the battlefield with Demigra, her, as well as Ios and Goku, giving him a Patara earring, and that's the last that we seen in that chapter. Well, this chapter pretty much picks up where that left off. So it starts off with Vegeta. He's looking at the earring, and without a second thought, he begins to crush it because he believes in his own strength. We see down at the very bottom, we can see Granola, the Lady Supreme God Time. She's mad because she just gave him that earring. She knows the strength of Demigra here. And you got to keep in mind, right now, Demigra is not in his final form yet. Without any wasted time, he goes back into his Berserker Blue controlled state and he rushes off towards Demigra, shooting a blast right at him, which Demigra casually avoids. Rushing at him for a kick, Demigra casually blocks it while smiling, sending Vegeta back flying towards the surface. Vegeta gets back up. He's not really that scathed, but something happens to him. He's frozen. Ios, while still beaten up on the ground, freezes Vegeta, giving the Lady Supreme God Time enough time to go and actually manually put the earring on Vegeta's ear, essentially forcing him to fuse with Goku. So we see Goku laying on the ground with the earring on, glowing. As the fusion starts to take place, Demigra, he looks on at this and he realizes that their power level is multiplying and growing at an alarming rate. So he begins to power up even more, showcasing finally in the manga his final form. And now we treated with a standoff with Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta versus Demigra in his final form. Notice that Vegeta has his arms crossed like he did with Majin Buu. Demigra is the one who goes on the attack first, but notice that Vegeta still has his arms crossed. He's blocking with his knees. It almost leads me to think, do he even need to evolve his Super Saiyan Blue to take out Demigra? Or does Demigra have another transformation up his sleeve? Vegeta's offensive maneuver is to use his feet, and he's actually getting hits in. So in response to being kicked so far back, he begins to punch his fists together, creating a powerful shockwave or a powerful blast to go towards Vegeta. The blast looks like a giant fist coming towards him. Instead of blocking or dodging his attack, he pulls out his legendary Spirit Sword, and with one slash, completely decimates Demigra's attack. You can tell on Vegeta's face that he's loving every bit of this. Meanwhile, Demigra is stunned and even shocked. Now keep in mind, I don't have translation. This chapter just came out today, which I probably would be posting this tomorrow. So it came out on June 2nd. So give me a couple of days to go ahead and get some adequate translations out for you guys. But in this, like Chimo as well as Rebel here, they are still tied up in Ios's cage attack, or should I say time attack, because this is freezing not only their bodies but also their minds. I don't know if she's trying to call out to Demigra here, but Demigra's clearly busy here. It switches over to where Cell, Gohan, and Trunks is. And right here, we're treated with a fight between a Cell who's been trained in hell, who has an unbelievable power up, plus with the dark factor that Demigra has shared with all the evil beings out in the world. We're treated with a fight between him and Super Saiyan God Trunks. No matter what timeline Trunks exists in, he's always fighting an android. So he's trying the best of his ability to actually fight against Cell here, and Cell just pretty much playing with him at this point, because you can see in Trunks' facial expression that he's trying really hard, but Cell is not. As you can see, Trunks is using his sword, but Cell is able to block his sword attacks with just his hand and aura alone, sending him back flying with just one kick alone. And while he's attacking Trunks, he's laughing about it, he's gloating, and he's about to shoot some type of energy ball, or should I say energy spear, at Trunks. Trunks looks like he's getting ready to try to deflect it with his sword slice alone. But this time it doesn't work. Even though he sword slashed it, it's still coming towards him. So it seemingly seems like this is the end for Trunks, because it's made painfully clear that Cell is more stronger than Super Saiyan God Trunks. But just in the nick of time, somebody saves him. And this would be Future Warrior in Black, Gohan, levitating an energy spear in front of him, asking him to envelop his energy and power in it as well to send back towards Cell. And as you can see in the upper left hand corner, this actually has Cell kind of freaked out here. Trunks remembering future Gohan from their previous encounter and realize that Gohan is now fighting for something different. He still has the regret over what happened in his own timeline, losing Trunks and Bulma to the androids, but he now knows he needs to fight for something different. And that's where this chapter pretty much ends off. It seems like these chapters are getting kind of shorter, but let me know what you think in the comment section below. Make sure to leave a like. Likes go a long way on this channel. Subscribe and turn on those post notifications. That way you can be reminded every time I upload a new video. But yeah, I want to ask you guys, what do you think about Vegeta handling the Meager like that? He's not even using his arms. He's using only his legs and is able to get the better of not just the Meager, but the Meager in his final form. He transformed as Vegeta was fusing with Kakarot. At this point, do you think we still gonna see a higher evolution of Blue coming from Vegeta or Blue Kaioken? What's gonna really happen here? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I look forward to your comments, and I'll see you guys on the next one.